This is Sony Music Entertainment artist Michael Jackson is number 1. Number 2, Ruger. Number 3, DeVito. Number 4, Beyonce. Number 5, Mariah Carey. Number 11, R. Kelly. Number 12, Britney Spears. Number 13, Rosalia. Number 14, Shakira. Number 15, Celine Dion. Number 16, Thalia. Number 17, Main Skin. Number 18, Whitney Houston. Number 19, Elizabeth Gillies. Number 20, Aaron Carter. Number CFO is 21. Number 22 is Romeo Santos. Number 23, Westlife. Number 24, Maluma. Number 25, Vincent Fernandez. Number 26, Backstreet Boys. Number 27, Miranda Crossgrove. Number 28, Victoria Justice. Number 29, Cayenne. Number 30, Alan Walker. Number 31, Anna Gabriel. Number 32, Cartel De Santa. Number 34, number 33, Ali Kiba. Number 34, Daddy Yankee. Number 35, Nick Cannon. Number 36, Got 7. Number 37, Wu-Tang Clan. Number 38, Nogizaka 46. Number 39, Enrique Iglesias. Number 39, Enrique Iglesias. Number 40, Julian Dory. Number 41, Avril Lavigne. Number 42, Juliet Venegas. Number 52, Zayn. Number 53, Juzen. Number 54, Uridia. Number 55, Los Nitos Verdes. Number 55, Christian Chesnoveth. Number 56, Ricardo Arjona. Number 57, Mandy Moore. Number 58, Mark Anthony. Number 59, Alejandro Fernandez. Number 60, Capital Bra. Number 61, Prince Royce. Number 62, Reek. Number 63, Ricky Martin. Number 64, Fedez. These are the Sony Entertainment artists, and as you can see, a couple of the A-listers have been with Sony for 10-20 years. Ricky Martin is one of the ones that's been with Sony for 10-20 years. Celine Dion, another artist that's been with Sony 10-20 years. Mariah Carey, another artist that's been with Sony, affiliated with Sony for 10-20 years. You got some really good artists, and then you've got a great artist, Beyonce, who just recently started with Sony. These are a lot of artists. Then you got Enrique Iglesias. He's a real great artist. And then you've got Ricky Martin. And Shakira, you got Shakira. She's a great artist. These are global artists. These are artists that people know around the world. Sony is by far the #1 entertainment group on earth. The president is acting like a dictator. Joe Biden is saying that if you leave him or threaten to look at anybody else, he is going to kill you. And that is one of the reasons why he killed Aaren Striplin. He killed Aaren Striplin because High Priest Aaren owns the 7 churches of Asia Tabernacle of God. And Joe Biden wanted to steal the actual Tabernacle of God so that he can own it and ban it from the American people. And then, so in order to do this, he killed Aaren Striplin and tried to get a 2-for-1, saying that he killed Aaren Striplin when he killed Aaren Striplin so that he could take the ID out of the system of Department of Motor Vehicle and the actual birth certificate out of the system of the Bureau of Vital Statistics, and then hired Jennifer Gardner to do a murder for him, and a CIA impersonator, Central Intelligence Agency impersonator, who he sent to Portland Rescue Mission, a TV show of Allias, and said that they were going to kill Aaren Striplin for the chance to own heaven and then give it to Microsoft. All right. Also, he can change the dates back from 2022 back to 2011 and own a slave in office of the president. And this is the year of Jubilee. This is the actual year that God frees all of the slaves. So he's hired his armies, real RICO acts, and you got to really put your hands on them. One of them tried to attack me. A couple of them tried to jump me. I had to go down to the courts and get a restrainer order on them because they jumped me and tried to rob me for all of the stuff that I had, which I didn't really have much. When he was in the process of taking the top, he hired his armies. Joe Biden hired his armies. And they tried to say that the United States is going to war with Sony, and Microsoft is killing Sony for their games. And anybody that buys Sony games out of the store, Target, Best Buy, Walmart, then they're getting followed home and killed by people saying that that's their man now. They want those games and they want those game purchases. That's what Joe Biden has a serpent. And that's all what they're saying out of the wind that comes from their belly that they're crawling on in all of these different locations as a serpent to stop the 7 churches of Asia. In the Holy Bible, you have to put your talent, all of your talent, you have to give to the head. You cannot bury your talent. If you bury your talent, then God has to take it from you and he has to give it to the head. That is the actual rule. And so this is what God actually told me. This is what God told every one of the Jews. This is what we've kept, and every one of the Christians, this is what we've kept for over 5,782 years. And it's the 21st century. So we all know that we're supposed to put our talent with the head. We all know that America has no problems with Sony, that Celine Dion been in residency in Las Vegas, Nevada for over 10 years. Mariah Carey has been all through the United States in performance for over 20 years. And, Ricky Martin's been all through Mexico, all through the United States, all to different countries for over 20, 30 years. Enrique Iglesias has had the biggest stage performances with the most people in the audience than ever. Sony is, I was in the store the other day when somebody was when I was buying the actual phones that I'm using for the band bank of Sony right now, all 12 of them, all 13, 14 of them, somebody was buying the Sony PlayStation 5 game. There was no problem between any American and Sony. In fact, Sony is one of the biggest, America is the biggest consumer of Sony. But Joe Biden, the serpent with Sony, is ridiculous. He's faked his death. Joe Biden, the person who, he's the defendant, and now he's faked his death. Joe Biden faked his death after beating me up and tried to hire his armies to try to kill me by saying that I killed the person who beat me up, and that's the reason why he killed Aaren Striplin. Joe Biden is a real serpent. And then he hired all of these Mexican people to say that that Aaren Striplin raped Anna and Ana Luz Rodriguez Vasquez. I mean, not raped her, but gave her AIDS and killed her. He hired all of these Mexicans to do that for him. During his administration, this is 2020 to 2022, all recent stuff. And then he tried to change the dates back with Microsoft Phoebe as BB, and Phoebe Gates as BB, and then Jennifer Gates as Jennifer, and the word BB Jennifer. He tried to take Ana Luz Rodriguez out of it, and Aaren giving AIDS to Ana Luz Rodriguez Vasquez, and put BB Jennifer in it so that he can have a slave while in office. He's that much of a serpent. But the worst thing about it is, she's not even Mexican. She's El Salvadorian. She doesn't have AIDS, and neither do I. Joe Biden is a scam artist. He had created his whole little scam to go beyond statutes of limitations when the police had already let me go in Oakland, California, and I went to the police and the FBI and told them that that Mike Livingston and BB Jennifer kidnapped me from my middle school and held me hostage as a slave. I gave them all of the deposits that they used. I gave them the come to find out, I didn't know the whole time it was Joe Biden. It was Joe Biden's gloves, Joe Biden's rope, Joe Biden's duct tape, Joe Biden's ski mask, Joe Biden's ransom, and he was the one doing the home invasion. And so I didn't really get that big of a response by the police, so I had to go to the courts. But stay tuned, it's going to get very interesting. He is a real serpent. Do not believe him. I don't have AIDS. That's his Jackson Memorial Hospital blood transfusion and mercury in order to get the demand letter to kill Helen Grace Striplin. You got the timeline somewhere between 2019 and 2022 that Joe Biden did the actual murder. So that's while he's in office sometime.